Hey, Kelsey, Norm MacDonald here. So, you have a podcast, huh? Fantastic. You know what I always say? You know what the world needs more of? Podcasts.
Live from the Screwball Whiskey Studios, the Kelsey Hudgins Show.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. The Screwball Whiskey Studios, SKREW Ball Whiskey Studios. Yes, you got it. Screwball Whiskey Studios, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going out there? How's it going, guys?
We're doing great.
Here we are with the YourCrazyBro.com podcast. Free ambulance ride up in the house. I'm so sorry. I was a little stoned before I started this. So, is it Nick? Okay, Nick. Tori's in the house. Poser's in the house. We got
Moderators. Shout out.
Oh yeah, shout out to the mods. The awful mods. Mods are awful, aren't we? So, how's it going, man? How's it going?
Great.
How's it going, guys? Goodness
I'm
gracious.
infected. I feel great.
You're infected?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Okay, good.
I feel better than I normally do.
Yeah, that's all the mushrooms we've been doing.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I need the mushrooms.
That's good. So, how has that been affecting your... So I will catch my listeners up, or my viewers, rather. I know Brother Free Ambulance Ride here and his lovely counterpart, Nick, through a Kill Tony Discord that we are in together, and we're both pretty big... We're all big fans of comedy. And... we started talking because Free Ambulance Ride here is a musician, and as am I, as you guys all know. We sort of started talking over that, but not only is this guy a musician, but a pretty fucking monstrous artist.
Oh wow, thank you.
Both of you guys.
Thank you.
I've seen both of your drafts for the podcast, and they're starting a brand new podcast with a lot of heavy hitters out of the gate called the You're Crazy Bro podcast, which you can find at YourCrazyBro.com, or pretty much, I'd imagine, anywhere else podcasts are going to be available.
Yeah. Well, yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, we got some great guests coming up.
We have some in the bank already. We need to do a little bit of modifications. They'll be up soon though. So.
Yeah, we're working the kinks out. It's going to be absolutely awesome and endearing and deep conversations with comedians and what makes them crazy and what they think happened in their childhood that makes them crazy today.
Not just comedians, every people too.
Yeah. We had Ryan J. Ebelt on last night. That was awesome. Just ask them what makes people have pet peeves.
What makes you tick? You know?
Oh goodness, that's what's really interesting, isn't it? Just that innate need to find out what makes these things work.
Well, yeah, everybody has their little idiosyncrasities and
right.
stuff. Shining.
You'll get there.
Yeah, but everybody has their quirks and whatnot, and like things that bother them, and fears and just weird things about themselves, and they obviously come from somewhere,
Right. Yeah, they do. That's what's funny about all of these things is that most people who turn to comedy are really tormented people who have, or not even comedy, I would think, just even artists as a whole, And I watched Dave Chappelle's Mark Twain Prize on Netflix yesterday, and he was just talking about how comedy is pretty much the purest form of art because it's the only form of art in which you can use everything you know.
Well, and that's the thing, like artists are expressing themselves.
Right.
No matter what kind of art you're doing, you're expressing yourself, and that's coming from somewhere, obviously,
Oh, of course.
And even if you're not an artist, you're going to have something to say. You have, everybody has their own crazy, right?
Oh, Lord, I know that. for a fact. I mean, I'm pretty crazy. I have my moments anyway. But you're crazy, bro. So where does that come from? Where does the "you're crazy, bro"? Where does this?
Well, we've had a lot of debates in the past. There's been a lot of domestic violence.
The common agreement is that we're both fucking crazy.
Yeah, we both just think we're just crazy, and then we'll say something, but it makes sense, but we'll just say, "You're crazy, bro," at the end of something that we both kind of agree to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So, just, "You're crazy, bro."
Comes from domestic violence is what it is.
Yeah.
Domestic violence is the main thing here.
Yeah.
This is so good. This is the part where they all take clips of us laughing about domestic violence, and we all get canceled. Who cares anymore? But it's really cool though that like
I will punch you in the face if you say that again. If you speak one more word, okay? One more word out of you, you're out of the podcast.
Okay. Yep, you're lying because you know what happens behind closed doors, right?
Mm-hmm. Just saying. I will knock you off of this guy's podcast.
this is great. So you guys are sitting.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I promise I'll behave. I will.
I said if you said one more word.
So you guys are sitting in front of one of the beautiful cats from Tiger King, I see.
Yeah, we adopted him.
That's Simba.
Yeah, we adopted him. We send our Walmart meat over that we don't want anymore.
Yeah.
So that's how they're able to maintain him.
That's really kind of you guys to donate all of that Walmart meat.
Yeah, well, I'm Italian, so we
painted this out of Walmart meat blood.
Yeah.
You know what's odd is I would not be surprised. Hey, I would not be surprised if that were the case. Do you, by any chance, this is a shot in the dark, do you care to elaborate on your ghost at all, or would you rather not talk about that?
No, she doesn't want me to talk about.
Okay.
It's not Brody, and it's not. He's fucking retarded. He thinks that Brody made his way through time and space.
That's how ghosts work.
And just to come haunt you, it's ridiculous.
You think ghosts actually obey the laws of physics?
Okay, yeah. He just happened to end up here in our fucking townhouse for no reason. Yeah, that's what happened.
I'm haunting you.
Yeah.
Well,
you got it.
You've heard of the ghosts of the
oh my god, now you're gonna start this fucking
You've heard of the Comedy Store ghost.
He did not come on a napkin. Stop it.
Gus.
Stop it. You're being ridiculous.
Ryan J. Ebelt sent this from the Comedy Store. It's a Comedy Store napkin that he drew during that episode.
Yeah.
At the Comedy Store.
And now he thinks that...
And since then, I've woken up to 3 knocks. 818. You got it.
We have
all around my room.
You got it. Yes.
It's in 3s.
Okay.
And then the other thing was the drip. I feel drips on my shoulder out of the blue. And he had Tommy John surgery. He's a baseball pitcher.
He was the fastest throwing pitcher in comedy.
Do the math.
Really, really reaching.
Do the math on that.
Okay, so we do have a ghost, yes. We are haunted.
But she doesn't think it's Brody Stevens. She
and
thinks it's offensive to comedians to say.
I think it's offensive to Brody, first of all.
By Brody, but
I think it's offensive to Brody and his family and people that knew him. He doesn't know you.
Trust me, I'm offended. I live my life offended.
Those crusaders, I'm going to crusade for Brody's ghost right now. Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
Justice warrior, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, Tori said it's the Babadook poser. Farrell, Matt Polson. I forgot I was in the. Let's give it up for domestic violence, y'all.
Yes.
I forgot I wasn't paying attention to the chat over here. We got a few people chatting on the interwebs. So,
Right. Are they up for domestic violence? Like the rates are skyrocketing because of COVID. Are they
I'm
happy
telling you.
about it?
you know what I'm saying? I put this thing on Twitter yesterday.
I like it. I'm for it.
And keep it in your house, man. The first responders need real emergencies, okay? So, if you're going to beat on each other, just, keep it in your house.
You see a virus? Look, you might even see a virus on the woman.
Nobody needs to get sick because you want to hit your
Punch
husband.
the virus, not the woman. But if she's in the line of it, that's okay.
Well,
I mean, well,
shouldn't get in the way, right?
Of
If there's
course.
a virus in the air and I want to punch here,
Yeah, don't get in the fucking way.
I'm doing it for the benefit of the public.
Yeah, exactly.
oh, this is beautiful. I think. Listen, you guys are gonna have the greatest podcast in the world, and I can tell that from however long we've been doing this already. But and goodness, man, the comedy world needs a podcast, a couples podcast, which does not make all of their money off of making fun of. Yeah,
That's
you know where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
And we already talked about not talking about.
Hey, we haven't said anything.
We just.
We haven't said anything yet. We've just said TikToks.
Mumford says it's eerie. Ghost Brody. You got it. Ghost. I wanted to.
I fucking hope you would be haunting me, but.
Well, I mean, Brody's probably haunting everybody. I am haunted. I've always been haunted.
You want to know?
Do you believe in ghosts?
Of course I do.
Yeah. Have you ever been haunted by one?
There's a lot of people who are watching this right now that are laughing because I'm probably the most haunted person I've ever met in my life. It's me. It's not places.
3 ghosts in your beard right now.
Yeah, I got a few of them hiding in here. There's a couple more of them. Tried to braid my hair yesterday, and it didn't turn out so good. But
What's the last experience you had with the ghost?
all right. So for me, it's not really like. It's not more like a seeing something or hearing something. It's more of just like, okay, there's something odd here, and I've had a few other people. What I think has happened is when I was a kid, I used to see shit a lot, and it really creeped me out. So I think that maybe I kind of just it's like you always see your nose, but you don't see it because you're so used to ignoring it in a way. But I've had people that come over to my house and they're like, "Oh yeah, I saw something down the hall," and then somebody else say, "Hey, I saw something down the hall," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's always hung out with me." Dame from the Discord, he saw it.
My ghost that I've been haunted for a long time too. Like it's been since childhood. I've seen weird things that happen, but the one that I swear he just stays with me. He always opens my cupboard doors and my windows when I'm sleeping. It's the most.
Oh, it's a Sixth Sense shit.
It's the most annoying thing. Like no matter what house I live in, I'll just wake up in the morning and they'll be. And I swear it's I don't know. I swear it's like a thing that like my family's playing on me or something, and like I don't know, but I don't think so because like. It moves with me. Like I'm here just with him and my children now, and he didn't even ghosts. Like until Pardon?
Oh no! I'm with you. I agree.
When Brody died, I believed in ghosts.
Yeah. Well,
my friends wouldn't call me.
Yeah.
Tom Hanlon, very good to see you out there, friend. I was given a lot of cough syrup as a kid. I was also given a lot of that pink stuff that tastes like candy, the pink medicine that your mom used to give you with it. And it wasn't Pepto-Bismol, but it was like...
No, it tastes like candy, banana. Oh, that was so good. The
amoxicillin?
Amoxicillin, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the banana flavor, simulated banana flavor amoxicillin was the best thing I've ever had as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, you would want to get sick just to have that shit. But I don't know. Like The one really weird thing that happened sitting at this table, I have this rocking chair that I've always thought was haunted, and people that sit in it are people that sit in it are their demeanor, their personality changes a bit, and
I think there's an energy about the chair.
Yeah.
In their world, eh?
Right. I guess it just depends on whoever's like more susceptible to it. But one day we were playing cards, and the guy that was sitting in that chair was just kind of being a little ornery. And I always thought it was the ghost of an old woman. And I said, if you could think of the name of an old woman, just a random name, and this was out of nowhere. We hadn't been talking about this. I just said, if you could think of a name of an old woman and just say a name right now, what would it be?
Wait. Before you say it, can you write it down on a piece of paper, and then I'll write what I think you're going to say?
Okay.
All right.
Are you claiming to be psychic now?
No,
we're going to do a test.
Okay.
No, write mine too.
Well, that's your guess.
Yeah, yeah. Well, hold that, and you're gonna see what that is.
Okay, you got yours?
Oh, that's written.
Okay. Top one's mine, the bottom one's hers.
Okay, neither of those.
Oh.
Ethel.
It was Ethel. It was Ethel. Now, here's the reason that is odd, is because after I asked him that question, I put my hand over my mouth so that he could not see what I was saying, and mouthed to the person sitting across me, Ethel. And as I moved my lips, the words came out of his mouth.
Yeah.
And it really happened, and there were 4 or 5 people sitting around the table to see it. Like, there were people. There were
come from like a small town in the States that have like, you know, a bunch of old women named Ethel that lived there. Like, everybody's great aunt is named Ethel.
Ethel.
I don't have anybody named Ethel in my family, nor do I know anybody named Ethel.
I'm just being a jerk.
I know, but it's just odd that. But yeah, there's probably a lot of Ethels. There's a lot of Ediths.
Yeah.
But
so is that water or is that?
Yep, water. Oh, it's water. I'm actually a little more than 4 years sober.
Congratulations for you, man.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm. Yep, Ethel. That's right. Did Victoria pick Ethel? Did you? Oh, how many did you choose? Did Tori get it right?
The chat guessed as well.
I think the chat guessed as well. That we got Petunia, Marjorie, Victoria said Ethel, Mumford said Beatrice. That's crazy. If Tori picked it, that's really odd because she's from a state over from where I'm from. But anyway, but yeah, that was just sort of one of those things where I'd been talking about it for a while, and people were like, "Yeah, sure," and then that happens, and everybody's like, "Oh, fuck."
You have a voice that just like you don't even have to have the instrumental backing to it, but you just have like it's always like I'm listening to a country song, no matter what you're saying in a sentence.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's not as relentless.
You got that more molasses dripping from the
just the sound of molasses drip. It's like it's the sound of comfort. It's the sound of comfort. You know, but there's a lot of folks down here. Like our governor sounds just like a slave owner.
Oh,
just like, you know, we wanna.
My kind of guy.
Yeah, you know, he just got that whole that Leonardo from Django.
Yeah.
Are you from one of those states that like your governor could be old enough to have had been a slave owner?
No, but I am from South Carolina, so the bill kind of fits in a way, you know. Warm molasses, that's right. Tom Hanlon, Ethel is your grandmother's name. Oh, Tom, I might have your grandmother in my house. Don't tell me I sound like Jeff Sessions from the great state of Alabama, but that piece of shit, I'm not getting involved. We're not going down that road. But what road we will go down is...
No,
go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. I don't want you to miss the thought.
Are we going to have a Canada off right now? You go ahead.
Oh, no, you, please.
Oh, you, bro? It's okay, man. I'm going to smoke a dart, no way.
You're crazy, bro. But no, I was going to say what road we are going to go down is art. And your art is very specific. Like, I could pick like if 10 people drew something, I could pick yours out of that 100 times out of 100. And, dude, that, I don't know. You post things all the time, and you're like, you're so unsure you seem. But
I think he should be. But
yeah,
that's all right.
She always sees the room for improvement, and I know
the
that
rest of the paper,
like she sees
or the new paper.
She sees how lazy I was with some projects or something.
Nah, I'm fucking with you. I think you're good.
No, he's that.
There, you have it on. You have it on record. It's on the interwebs. We don't have to ever talk about it again.
Oh, live on the internet. You have it now. But yeah, do you feel like that you put, because I've listened to some of your the music you've created as well, and you still have that same like happy randomness. You know what I mean? It's like I don't mean that to sound a certain way. It's very like, I don't know. It's specifically random, and I don't know. I mean that in the best of ways, and that like.
No, I understand what you're saying. Like,
sorry.
Yeah, I like to get into a project only because I feel like a kid.
Yeah.
You know? Then that's the only time I can make fun stuff. I don't like to make shit when I feel bad because I don't have the energy for it. So whenever I make anything, whether it be a song or a painting, it's usually because I just get that spark of energy of like, oh, I want to be a kid again. And I can just I have all the faculties available to me. You know, I'm going to make something. I'm going to get creative, think outside the box. Put me in a box, I'll think outside of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
It's fun. It's fun to make stuff.
It is fun, and I think it's necessary.
I love the fact that, do you know what synesthesia is?
No, enlighten me.
It's where you basically smell the taste of a color.
Oh, yeah, well, I've been there before.
So all like, you can hear a song and it may like make you think of a certain taste or a color or something like that.
Yeah.
And just a specific letter will like present a color in your mind, right?
All your senses are kind of just a little jangled up. But it makes for painting colors and music.
And music, great.
Combining them together
work
perfectly, like in my brain. It's like I'm coming when I hear all of them happen together. It's sweet.
It's like the ultimate release, one could say.
Awesome.
I get that as well, making music, but I can't draw. When I do draw, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just evil, and I look at it and I'm like, did a demon just possess me and put this thing down here, and I'm afraid for my life then.
Well, maybe that's what you
should start drawing those
expressing.
feelings. Yeah.
That maybe that's what you need to express on the paper.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what your inner self is trying to go, because if that's what you see, then that's maybe what you were feeling. I don't know. I'm not in your brain. I'm just saying. Yeah,
I'm rarely there either. But yeah, I feel like there's certain parts that they could be leaking. You know, like certain parts could be leaking. Because I hear that in my music too. Like my music just sounds eerie and muddy.
Just gonna ask about your music, and I had a question about your song, Just Words.
Yeah.
Yeah, what does that mean to you? I was listening to that earlier today, and it's almost confusing to me because I'm not a lyricist, but I wanted to know what you felt when you wrote that song.
That one is just a struggle of me with myself. Like, I've always felt like I had, I've always felt I wasn't alone in my head. And I struggle with that other entity all the time. And it's a constant struggle with me to do, that for every decision that I make, there's two sides, and that is pretty much my struggle with myself in every aspect of every day. Like, I fight with myself more than anybody else, and that's sort of a reflection of that, like the whole learning how my monster feeds. So, like, you sort of feeding it every now and again to keep it, tame. And so pretty much that song is like kind of the explanation of why I am who I am. But it's hard to find that if you don't, hear me explain that. I would guess. Most people think, who is this about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a lyricist at all. I just hear the music, like going back to the synesthesia thing, but that totally makes sense, and I'm glad you shared that. That's
Thanks,
nice
man.
to hear.
So yeah, where do you find, when you are composing something, do you have an idea of where you want to go, or do you just kind of plug in sounds to see what works and just kind of go from there?
I definitely can hear it in my head, but sometimes I have an accident with a VST or a plugin that might make this sound something I totally didn't expect. And then that is like, oh shit, that sounds cool as fuck, and I'll go with that.
That's pretty awesome. Do you now what programs are you using? Are you an Ableton guy?
Yeah, I'm an Ableton guy, but I have used Logic Pro. Logic Pro and Ableton basically. Don't fuck around with much too other.
I'm playing with your dogs. Sorry, that was Brody's ghost.
Charlie.
Your dog Charlie is my friend. We are friends. But no.
He has a leather exterior.
I drive a 1993 Toyota Avalon. Leather exterior. Actually, Farrell came up with a pretty good question that I was going to get to shortly, but we'll do this now. He wanted to know how you linked up with the Kill Tony regulars, and here's some teasers about the pods so far. We've already talked about brother Ryan J. Ebelt, who drew that beautiful sketch on a napkin. He's just a fantastic artist in his own right. But you've already interviewed him, and a lot of other folks are on the docket, man. You're coming out really strong with this, and I'm stoked for that. You want to talk a little bit about what led you there?
I can talk a little
Both
bit
you guys?
about it. Don't want to give my game away too much, though, because it's clearly working.
Oh, I understand.
Remember the interviews? Yeah.
No. They want to know why we're booking all these Kill Tony people.
Well, why the fuck not?
Oh, no. I mean, how, not necessarily why, but
I said I don't want to give the game away too quickly.
Yeah.
Right? Honestly, this is what I believe in. I believe in this podcast and this community and everything that surrounds it. And if you talk to people in a certain way that you not necessarily adore, but look up to it because of how they're running their business.
Right.
Just talk to them in a human way, personable way. And then they're like, okay, then we'll do that.
No, everybody.
But that's
just human, just being human.
Challenge you to be a human.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, I would notice that people that would talk to you like a peer would be a lot easier to deal with than otherwise, because a lot of people in those positions will, get that, oh my God, I can't believe, blah, blah, blah. It's probably comforting for them to have somebody speak to them like a human.
Right. I didn't get any sense from anybody yet about like any people that we've interviewed or talked to. I never felt like they felt superior or anything like that. I never got any kind of vibe like that at all.
Yeah, just fun, good people.
Yeah. Yep.
Good people are good to have around.
Yeah, they're good to talk to as well, and that's what we're trying to find too, right?
Oh, for sure.
And that's what the podcast is about also, right? It's just about what like I said, everybody's has their own crazy and stuff, so it's not about oh, what do you do, this or that or the any, it's who you are, that's what we're talking about with people. So
what did I tell you about speaking?
What did I tell you about?
I told you not to say that many words.
Behind closed doors.
Listen, I have the timer on, okay? I'm only at 700 right now. Don't worry.
Your Fitbit is not counting your words properly. Okay, we got to look into that.
So, and have you guys released the pilot yet?
No, not yet. It's still we're still working on that. We're such perfectionists kind of thing, OCD.
Yeah. It's not going to be perfect at all. It's going to be very far from perfect, but we're right there.
Yeah, we're right there.
Time will allow that. I did that with the very first podcast that I did was a show called Sunset Grill. It was like a conspiracy theory, creepy shit, dark shit kind of podcast, and I was that perfectionist. Like I would sit and just cut it down and do a lot of really, really cool, frilly stuff and make it a lot of make it pleasing for the listener. And it paid off to do that. I should still do that. I just don't, because I got really lazy after doing it for a while with that. But
I don't feel comfortable releasing something I knew as soon as I upload it I could have fixed something.
Oh yeah.
And we don't have the proper equipment right now. We got caught up in this COVID, right? Like we were ready to get it and everything closed down, and but we said, what, fuck it, we're just gonna go ahead and obviously if we're gonna be sitting here, we might as well just have a couple drinks and have some good conversations with some good people. So
we get the ball rolling, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is honestly this as shitty as it sounds to say this whole COVID thing is a blessing in disguise for people who like me who kick around a bunch. And I was saying earlier, I could sit around and be depressed, but what good is that going to do me? If I have something to create, then why not utilize that time to do that? And I mean, you guys are maximizing on that right now, and that's really, really fucking cool that you're doing that. And the timing's just perfect, for lack of a better term.
The timing is perfect.
You know what? Might as well make some lemonade for my vodka, right?
No shit. So yeah, how has the obviously we couldn't get through an episode during these times without talking about it. How are you guys holding up with the COVID thing? I know you guys are obviously using the podcast and I've seen you guys post a little art too as well to sort of buy the time. But how are you holding up?
Pretty good. I don't know. Canada's pretty easy. Nobody's going really crazy. Nothing like that.
That's over 30 words.
It'll beep. Don't worry. It'll beep.
I don't know. Faulty device.
Yeah. Make a complaint. You're good at that. No, we're doing good. We honestly we're not going out a lot. We have deep freezer that has meat in it and stuff. We're just hanging out, being silly, doing mushrooms.
That's fun.
What else is there to do? Farrell, has lockdown affected your sex life?
No.
Yeah, we have more time. Yeah.
I thought about putting something.
It's because it's yeah.
We're getting experimental.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting.
In dire straits, what are you getting down to now?
A lot of Vaseline. A lot of pictures of.
That's just for him, by the way.
A lot of pictures.
That's just for him.
A lot of pictures from National Geographic books.
Yeah, we're bringing it back old school now, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Bringing the Republic of the Congo back.
A lot of piercings now, enlargement, like gauge-wise, just thick, girthy.
Yeah.
Earring.
Amazon's still delivering, so that's good.
That's right. That's my brother-in-law made a joke the other day in a group text. He was like, "But fear not." He works for the post office. He was like, "Fear not. The United States Postal Service will continue to deliver your sex toys and hand sanitizer."
Yeah, there you go.
Pornhub's giving away free HD subscriptions now.
You know what's funny is
Yeah, for a month.
that porn sites actually charge you. What's funny is there are people who actually pay for those things. I
I don't
mean,
understand why you would. Anything I've ever looked for, I've found for free.
yeah, I mean, there's so much to choose from. Why? I don't know. Specific things. Maybe it's just to feel more elite as a porn star to not be found on those websites. But guess what? They're still on them.
I don't understand.
I think it's because if someone finds one girl and they like that's their one fetish that they can't get off to anything else with.
You know a very good reason as to why to buy a subscription.
They sign up for the site.
Sounds you know very well that this is the only reason why you would, like, yeah, I know you're...
That's over 30 words.
I know you've looked at a lot. I know how much porn you look at.
Why do you keep going over 30 words?
And it's interesting that you know exactly why you need a subscription.
I'm sorry. I didn't allow her to have this many words.
Yeah. We'll talk about this later.
I
told you already about off the camera. Don't worry about it.
But no, you guys are seriously. This is gonna make it. This is gonna work. I'm telling you that Bobby Lee says he needs HD porn to see all the stretch marks and scars.
I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to bring up Bobby Lee because I'm not allowed to.
Well, okay.
I'm not allowed to bring up comedians.
He's starting to learn. Yeah.
Oh, you can't bring up comedians?
Apparently, I'm not allowed to bring up comedians.
We're allowed to bring up comedians. I just don't want us to be judging other comedians. That's what I don't want to do. I don't want to be judging other comedians.
Well, then why is bringing up Brody's ghost out of the picture? I'm not judging.
I'm just telling you that you're fucking stupid, that you think that that's what it is.
You got it. Yes.
See? Still around in some form or another.
Steven Brody Stevens, 818 till I die. Yes, you got it. But no, man, I was gonna ask. There's a lot of new specials that are dropping. Dalia's got a new special coming out this month.
Yeah.
Segura, Burt, Marin, all have released specials recently. Have you guys watched any of those? Have you caught up on the?
Every single one of them.
We watched them all.
Yeah.
I think
I just heard about Bill Burr maybe releasing on All Things Comedy Network old Robin Williams clips no one's ever seen. Yeah,
that's going to be great.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Robin Williams live on Broadway in 2000 was one of the greatest hours of stand-up ever.
Yeah.
For sure.
She goes behind that broken door. No. She goes behind the concrete wall and she puts a lid bib over her balls and goes, "You'll be fine." That's a great joke. He rapid fires his comedy so fast.
Dude, he never stopped talking, and when you get out there and you see that table full of bottled water, you're like, yeah, well, what's he need that much bottled water for? But he goes through almost all of it.
He'd have to stay hydrated.
He sweats so much.
Out. That's a lot of energy.
But he used them for cum jokes too.
Oh, yeah. For sure. He was the greatest. I love him.
His fucking. Yeah, that whole bit about golf was just so fucking perfect. I don't know, and you go look back at that now, and it's like so long ago that was released, and the quality of the video is just so much different than the stuff we have today. And back then it looked so good. It's crazy how much clearer shit has gotten over the years, isn't it? Isn't that wild?
Oh, for sure. Well,
what do you mean, like in terms of
Japanese and people doing their job properly?
Let's talk about video quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they were actually filmed back then.
Yeah.
Now it's all digital.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that Dave Chappelle's guy is
job properly. God.
1 hour of Robin Williams is like 3 years of YouTube clips. Yeah. Dude, Robin Williams was my favorite comedian for a long time. Bill Cosby was actually my favorite comedian for a long time. I mean,
I wanted to bring this up. I loved your tweet or joke about falling asleep to Bill Cosby. So you're like, oh wait,
oh shit.
Yeah. I'm butchering it, but you should say.
Nah, it's like man, anybody who knows anything about comedy knows that Bill Cosby himself is a clinic on stand-up comedy. I mean, I used to fall asleep to that special. Wait. Shit. I've been releasing just random ass tweets like Bill Cosby tweets. Like, I've got this blanket on my couch, just this comforter on my couch that, like, if you wrap up in it, you're falling asleep, and I call it Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I got a Bill Cosby joke for her, but
yeah,
can't remember it right now.
Hey,
so do that too.
I could whip out the door.
That's probably the weed. You get stupid on weed. You handle your mushrooms alright.
Oh, nothing.
This guy, like, will do mushrooms and fine, whatever. Smoke a little bit of weed, and he just doesn't even know what day it is, nothing.
You know, I've sort of lived most of my life like that, though. I was talking to my landlord and my neighbors yesterday, and I walked out, and they were like saying something about something this month, and I was like, I don't even know what day it is. Like, I never know what day it is, especially now that I'm not playing any music or doing any gigs or anything like that. I have no clue what day it is or what's going on.
Well, it's hard right now.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Man, I wish I could tell you. I'm blind. I lost my sight to the COVID. I lost my...
Take a guess.
7.
Okay.
You're right. It's just...
No, I wasn't holding up any.
In your head, you were thinking 7, though. Cosby got that special sauce, Feral Nomad.
That is actually what I wrote down.
What number you wrote down?
7.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it. Mumford loves the lion. That's a strong lion back there. It's obviously we talked about the coronavirus and how that's affected. I've lost 100% of my income, and I've fallen into a type of depression that stems from not hearing folks at the end of a gig tell me that I did a good job and things of that sort. But I've resorted to talking to people through the internet and going live and things, playing songs and shit.
Like, I don't see. We live in Canada, so obviously our country is taking care of us, right?
Yeah.
I really don't understand what kind of way you people are in, because I could only imagine, you know.
Yeah, and I'm in a position now to where I could file unemployment, but they haven't updated the status of the online application yet to include self-employed people. Because I'm self-employed. I don't work for anybody. I'm a freelance musician. I'm an artist.
And how long is that even going to take, like, on a good day, like, regularly? If, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they're saying potentially September.
sorry, I'm not trying to add to your depression.
Oh, no. I'm
Sympathize, you know?
no,
Like,
I'm with you. I understand.
like, that fucking sucks, man. Like, and how long is the American people really going to be able to do that? Like, there needs to be a better plan here for you guys. I don't know what it is. I'm not a fucking, you know, doctor or whatever, you know? But, like at least, like, our government is looking out for us, you know? They kind of also keep us a little bit where you can't make over, like, $200,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, you know, but that's a whole nother thing. But, you know, we pay taxes for a reason. It's great to have free healthcare and shit like that, you know? I don't know. Like, is it really as bad as the news makes it with, like, the hospitals fighting over money and stuff like that? And, like...
I mean, I know that there's not a lot of... I know that in my part of the world down here in the southeast, there's a map that shows the amount of people who spread the disease by not staying home, and the hottest spot is in the southeast of the United States right now. Because people in the town I'm in right now, they're just going out. They're still going to work. They're living.
They don't give a shit, eh?
They're just living life like it's normal.
Not here at all. Everybody is at home. Like, nobody is working at all unless you're, like,
a government
worker or,
right.
You know, like, yeah, okay, you could do
essential service.
Yeah, like,
that's it.
Yeah.
Literally, okay, so how long has it been like that there?
What?
Couple weeks?
Now?
Okay, we just, this week that we're in right now, we just got the governor's orders to close off beaches and boat landings in the state, and that was this week that happened.
That's and that's that's
a lack of communication right there.
You know, like nobody. I live in a townhouse complex, and there's literally, I could take a view of it right now. There's $1 million playscape, and every single person in this complex has a kid, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless they're like an elderly person who's disabled or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, not one kid is playing out there. Not one kid is at all playing out there. Everybody's staying in their house, like doing their part. You know, like we go to the grocery store. There's like sanitized wipes
everywhere.
there.
Yep.
Everything, like they have like a barricade, a plastic barricade over the people and everything. Like people constantly wiping stuff down. You know, like I don't know. We're taking it pretty seriously. We don't like it. Nobody fucking likes it.
Right.
And people who, like, we want to go back, like, people want to work, obviously, you know what I mean? But, you know, I don't know. I think we're going to be, I don't know. I think it's very different. I don't live in the States. I can't say anything. I just know that Canada's doing what they can.
Yeah.
As far as see.
It's sort of similar here when I go to the grocery store. There's like people wiping things down, and when I was talking to my dad the other day, and he was like, you know, I do now when I walk in the house, every single time I walk past the sink, I wash my hands. And I was like, didn't we all just do that before? Like, did people really not?
No, people are
like,
disgusting.
You see what
people
I mean? Like, you
gross.
just told a story. It took less than 30 words. Just have that whole thing that was how many words?
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm getting intoxicated myself.
Yeah. 1,000 words to describe one thing.
I will pay better attention.
But no, but seriously, I even talked to a very close friend of mine who, like, I don't know, he's like, you know, I started washing my hands all the time now. And he's like, I used to not. And I used to make fun of him. Like, dude, wash your fucking hands, bro. Like,
yeah.
I'm weird about that, though.
Hopefully people learn, like, I'll be on the bus or whatever, and, like, people are, like, standing beside me and, like, just regular days, right? Post-COVID, right?
Yeah.
And, like, they'll just be like, like, why are you doing that? I'll be, like, I will say something. I'll be like, are you serious? Can you, like, and I'll move away, but I will, like, say something. I'll be like, wow, that is so gross. Like,
yeah.
You know? Like, people need to be more mindful. Like, at least take that away from it. Like, and maybe, yeah, wash your hands. Maybe something, you know.
Aw, 0 words for that smile. Did you see that?
But, yeah, just maybe. But you know what? People that would have done that shit before, they're not going to care. They're going to still do it anyway. So there's.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to cough, I'm not going to cough on somebody's back. Like, that's disgusting. You know?
Yeah, that's one thing, though, is if I like smoke.
Well, that was my fetish. That was my one fetish.
Coughing, getting coughed on.
Cough on my back.
Yeah, cough on my back. But I'll smoke and then go to the grocery store, and I'll get out and I'll like need to cough because of just smoked.
Yeah, I have a smoker's cough
and
too.
then I'll
Get judged.
Yeah, it's like I'm really scared to cough. It's like I'm just really scared to do it, and that's just.
I'll walk 4 kilometers to a store. I'll go in the store, I'll have the sniffles, and people are looking at me like, oh, I don't want to get.
I'm like, bro, pollen is on the ground. I have allergies, dude. Don't fucking judge me right now.
My eyes are red. I'm not sick.
Yeah, I'm high.
Probably a very likely given. Yeah.
No, but that's the thing that I usually say. Like if I was on stage the other day and I coughed, and by the way, on stage is in like
on stage the other day.
Yeah. I was just about to explain that. So there's this restaurant that live streams.
I showed you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. But I was like, yeah, this is not a coronavirus related cough. I just want to be clear to those watching out there. But
well, you know, that's the thing too, right? Like, you can't tell. Like, I have a smoker's cough, but I've quarantined myself because it just started, you know, and I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Like, and the way this illness is, you could be a carrier and have it and like be spreading it around before you get any symptoms.
Yeah.
And once you have symptoms, your symptoms may be very mild. You may only have you know, a slight cough or whatever,
words.
You know?
Too many words.
But that's the thing, right? Everybody should just, I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, but that's what the doctors say is to just, like, stay home if you can and, like, try and be cautious and wash your hands and stuff.
Yeah. And my dad called me today and he was like, you ought to come up here and you can stay for a little bit of the week if you want to come up here and stay for a few days. Right. And I was like, hey, man, I love you to death, but it's just not, I could have it right now and not know. Yeah. And then go up there and stay with you and give it to you, and you're not as healthy as I am.
And that's being a responsible citizen, right? Like, that's what everybody needs to do. They need to, like, make those decisions and stuff. And hopefully this shit will get done sooner than later.
Yeah.
If people do that, you know? I don't know.
I hope everyone gets it.
Well, we do have too many people in the world, man.
Well, that's what I was thinking, is that there's just so many damn people, and
sorry, you know what?
But I no, that's a funny bit.
Take it back. I take it back.
That's a funny bit. I know, but it is a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Don't freak out. Don't fucking cancel anybody.
Anything I say, you don't know if I'm lying or not.
It's a bit.
jokes. Anyway.
Right. But that's what I'm thinking, is that maybe after all this shit's said and done, people will realize that, hey, I can be as productive at work from home, or I can do these things. Like, I don't have to go to the grocery store every single day. I can have some of these things brought to me.
That's going to happen. As soon as this is done, people are going to be going batshit crazy.
There's going to be the largest concert ever held.
Yeah, and then there's going to be a new virus created by everybody's nasty, built-up filth from their own home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll see that, but I do think that a lot of people will, a lot of businesses will see the benefits of having some of their employees work from home and things of that sort. I believe that will happen, and hopefully it will clear up the roadways a little bit and clear up the fucking world. Maybe
what's going to happen is companies are going to be able to cut unnecessary fat, and then those people are going to be out of work. That's really what's going to happen there.
That's true.
They're gonna be like, oh, after all this, we really don't, you could just do X amount of hours of work from home, and we don't need to pay you that much now, coming to work every day for 8 hours, it's a shitty fucking situation for everybody. Nah, I'm not an optimist. I'm a realist. I'm a realist.
Logical. I am just logical.
Yeah, I don't think like
she's a Christian.
Yeah, but I believe in science. I'm allowed to have my beliefs.
Yeah. I'm a Christian.
I just like throwing it in there.
I'm a Christian. Only the good part, though. I'm not one of those people who think I'm better than everybody because I'm going to heaven and they're not.
Yeah, it kind of sucks for them, though, right?
I was raised Catholic. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh, man, you want to talk about it?
No, I was raised Roman Catholic. I denounced Catholicism, and I was actually baptized Christian at 24. Like, I decided to do that shit. Yeah, it was my decision, and I understand science. Well, I don't understand all science, 24. But I do not disagree with science.
At 24 it happened?
I think it was 24 or some shit like that.
Your prefrontal lobe doesn't form until you're 25.
Yeah, well, I yeah.
It's about that time that your brain starts coming into its own right. You've already gotten your most of your rambunctiousness out of the way.
Yeah.
You don't know me.
Most. That's why I said most. Most of your rambunctiousness out of the way, but we're scooting up on that hour mark here on the actual content bar. So I was gonna let you guys go ahead and let anybody who's gonna see this thing know where they can find you guys going forward. I know you're crazybro.com is a thing.
It's in the works and everything, and
it's yourcrazybro.com, and if we get videos uploaded, it's gonna be on youtube.com/Mike Solo at this point.
youtube.com/Mike
Solo.
Mike Solo.
S-O-L-O-W.
Mike Solo, SOLOW. Andrew Valish, the real MVP, dropping links to yourcrazybro.com in the chat over here on YouTube. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, you can click that link right there. One of our wonderful mods, Brother Valish.
We will get content uploaded very, very soon. Like we're working on it in our quarantine,
Kind of a 10-hour a day thing. Yeah.
10-hour days of sleeping and about 10 hours of drinking and 2 hours of...
It's too many words.
Yeah.
2 hours of productivity is a good mark in a day for a creative person.
Yeah, then the rest is like shitting and fucking and
there you go. Eating sour gummy worms.
Yeah,
Having random podcasts with fat hippies from South Carolina.
Oh, that's part of our 2-hour productivity.
Yeah. Y'all, I ordered a 5-pound bag of gummy worms off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so good. But oh, you got the Tabasco, huh?
Tabasco.
Doing shots of that shit. So yeah, you are the letters U are crazybro.com for those listening out there in the future when this audio podcast gets released. And if you guys want to follow,
less than a week.
Yeah, right. Let's if you guys want to follow on Instagram, it is at Free Ambulance Ride, and at I know Nicola.
I don't do the.
Okay, well the Instagram at Free Ambulance Ride, and I'm sure your crazy bro is going to have an Instagram page coming soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. It's all in the works. Yeah.
So that's going to be happening, and I'll be dropping links in the description of this episode of everywhere you guys can check that stuff out. So, but thank you.
Thanks for having us on.
Hey, thanks for doing this.
Fun conversation.
It was a fun conversation. We'll have to do this going forward and talk about where the podcast is, because you guys are on fucking fire right now. In recording this stuff, so good shit to you on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, for sure, we'll do that.
Hell yeah. All right, well, yeah, I'll go ahead and let you guys get off, and I'll do my weird sign off thing, so you guys don't have to sit around for any of that nonsense. Everybody saying, hey, good time, guys. Bye-bye. Love you guys. All of the Discord fam. My brother Carrie. Farrell,
30 words or less.
Smitty.
Yeah, my time's coming up.
Everybody. All right, guys. Well, good shit. Well, we'll be in contact later, and I'll tag you guys and everything whenever we get this shit posted. But
Perfect.
Appreciate y'all coming on.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and heyo. Let me get this. Hang tight. All right. Now, there we go. That's better. All right, guys. So, love y'all to pieces. I'm gonna maybe doing a little bit of recording with those guys on their show a little later. But until then, please go to screwballwhiskey.com, SKREW ballwhiskey.com. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. Screwballwhiskey.com. All of the other peanut butter whiskeys are imposters. They are fakes. They are imposters and they are fakes. I will say it again. Imposters and fakes. The original peanut butter whiskey, Screwball Whiskey, SKREW ball whiskey. Tomorrow's stories begin right here. Screwball Whiskey. Please go check them out at screwballwhiskey.com. Please go to Don't Touch Your Face. Click it. Don't touch your face. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram at YonderWizard, WIZZERD. Twitter at Kelsey Hudgins, HUDGINS. If you don't know how to spell it, then that's on you. What else do we got? Gonna try to be going live here again over the next few days with some more interesting folks. I've been in a funk. I need to get out of with the podcast. I hadn't been as adamant about recording as I should be, so gonna start doing that more often and getting a little more podcasting going. Love you back, brother Carey. So yeah, I will be just be expecting that. Be expecting more interviews. Yonder Wizard for life. That's right. You got it. Yes. Push and believe. Positive push and believe. So yeah, gonna be doing that. Stay tuned for all that stuff. There may be some video games on the horizon. So stay tuned for that stuff as well. And yeah, if you guys are watching, this, please go subscribe to me on Apple iTunes. Please go subscribe to me on Spotify, The Kelsey Hudgins Show. Leave me a review, write me a review on iTunes. It would really help me out a shitload if you guys could do that. The Kelsey Hudgins Show, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify, Google Play, anywhere podcasts are available. And also, brand new album I released of old songs from 2005 to 2010 on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube Topic channel. It's called just old songs, 2005 to 2010. A lot of old originals I had stocked up. So you guys will go download that. I'd appreciate that. I love you. I mean it. In a world full of shitty people, don't be one of those people. Be a good person. It's not that hard. Peace, bitches.